More appliances come in if you can make sure they can get through. Wherever you can reach the roof best, mate. 3, 5.
If you can't make any progress further than the door.
Is everybody out?
This week on Fire and Rescue, the fire brigade get more than just a helping hand. A family's desperate escape from their blazing home and the firefighters' latest techniques for staying alive. Greenwatch are called to a blaze at the disused Board public house. Immediately the scale of the job becomes apparent and a request is sent for the hydraulic platform to attend and help fight the fire from above.
Mate, yeah, we want this shut as well up here. We've got more appliances coming if you can make sure they can get through it. All coming up, mate. Right. What do you want it? Just going to try and get the front open, mate. Like mad. At the minute, the police have just said that they've got some kids missing, and they have been seen stopping in here. So we no amount have it that we've got persons reported. So we've got more appliances coming. Hydraulic platform from Nuneaton and Bedworth's appliances. As soon as we can make a risk assessment of the premises, we'll be getting some crews in to get a search going. All right, Donna. Yeah, I'm going to get an axe and try and get some access this side. All right.
Have a go, but just watch yourself. Nothing comes down. Make sure you're behind.
Starting to put it over there.
The security boarding hasn't been a deterrent to intruders, but it's seriously hampering and delaying the firefighters.
You're on the roof. It's persons reported. Wherever you can reach the roof best, mate. We're going to try and get some BA crews in there, try and carry out a search in case that these boys are inside.
Be aware of the conditions, because obviously people could be, drug users use this. Yeah, so watch out for your hypodermic syringes like that, yeah? Right, okay.
With the hydraulic platform on hand, they can get a good overview of the incident.
If you could let us know if you see anything that's happening in there, yeah?
Okay, the only thing I can see will be the tiles are falling inwards, so just for the crews to be aware of that, over.
Yeah, all received. Any information like that would be great. Cheers, mate.
There's a big chimney stack here, though. That looks fairly safe at the moment. Over. This was open down here. The valve at the bottom were open.
We're having difficulty with comms in there because these new radios are appalling inside buildings to outside. So they're coming out now to give us a briefing on what exactly the state of play is. They were just damping down, but the roof is very, very loose over that side where the HP is.
Yeah, from up here it looks like we've got most of the hot spots now. It's just damping down. Like I say, Les is in probably the best position to get most of it.
Yeah, all received. Lyndon, do you need anything else up there, mate?
We've found no one inside, so the ambulance crew I think have been turned away now. And all that's got left for us is just try and find out how it started.
The investigation confirmed that the fire was started deliberately. Warwickshire, like the majority of brigades, has a huge ongoing problem with arson, which is threatening to endanger the lives of those in genuine need.
Can I help you?
Hello, yeah, I live at 19 Cornish Crescent.
Yeah.
There's a fire at the moment at 19, 20, 21. There's people trapped upstairs.
21, there's people trapped?
Yes.
Okay, what town is this?
Nuneaton.
Nuneaton. Okay, then we're on our way for you.
In just 7 minutes from receiving the emergency call, Blue Watch had rescued 2 children and both parents from the blazing home. After being given life-saving treatment by the firefighters, all 4 were rushed to the George Eliot Hospital.
Just had news from the hospital that it's possible that we might lose one of them, so what we're going to do now is the police have come along, they're going to do their investigation as well alongside the fire brigade. So if we do have to go to coroners, we've got all the information we need between us to accurately determine the cause. The firefighters on this instance have come in through the front door, gained access up through the staircase to make the rescues. There's been no vision at all. It's thick, choking black smoke coming from the foam back furnishings, and there's no way that firefighters can see through that. Well, the first thing they faced when they turned it was a small amount of flames that were actually going through the window. A lot of smoke was exiting the house, and the actual house was more or less a sealed compartment. And one of the biggest risks is as soon as you enter that door, you end up with a flashover or the potential for a backdraft.
To deal with these two dangerous conditions, firefighters confront them in a specially designed compartment at their training centre in Radford.
Every firefighter should do this in a 2-year cycle. They'll do the branch techniques on their station weekly, but they'll actually come and use this unit about once every 2 years. The techniques don't really change that much, they're just adapted. It's the same technique as we've always used, we've just found a better way of using it.
The first demonstration shows the dangers of a backdraft. Although flames may have been extinguished, it's the invisible flammable gases created in the fire that can have catastrophic consequences. They are ready to ignite in an instant.
Imagine that was a block of flats. You could have a fire on the ground floor. Unburnt gases leaving that compartment travel up stairwells, lift shafts. It might go as far as, say, the 10th floor, for example, until it finds an ignition source.
New developments in firefighting have to be understood by all ranks, from the frontline crews to the most high-ranking officer.
The idea of officers coming onto this course is to ensure that we know the type of firefighting techniques that are now in practice.
We don't want senior officers outside hurrying crews along, geeing them up, trying to get them in quicker and quicker. Senior officers have to know what they're doing and why they're doing it. The demonstration that's going on behind us, for instance, is a flashover simulation. It's not the real thing, but it's as near as we can get in training.
In the computer-controlled compartments, a flashover can be made to happen at the touch of a button. A flashover is when the whole room has ignited, walls, floor and ceiling.
The instructors at a preset time will operate the unit to give them a flashover. That's where a flame front will come at them. They have to deal with the flame front.
A flashover, please,
On its way over. In a real situation, everything in the compartment will be burning and the temperature will be 800 to 1,000 degrees or greater. If all the procedures are carried out properly and they're lucky, they may never ever see it in their careers. Having said that, they could come across it in the next 5 minutes. If they don't do this training, they don't recognise the signs and symptoms, they don't know how to deal with the situation if and when it arises, then they're either very severely injured or at worst they're dead.
Investigations are continuing at Cornish Crescent. Glenn and the police are trying to find the exact cause of the fire.
I think there's cigarette ends and all sorts, and there was also the cigarette lighter. That was on the arm of the chair. The candles here have been used, dripped on the shelf, and then stuck back in position. Now this is the ground floor smoke alarm, and you can see there's no battery been installed on that. Yeah. That shows the extent of the heat and how hot it's been in this hallway. Yeah. The fire's come from out the open door, it's come up the staircase. You can follow the smoke layer all the way through. For one of the firefighters just saw a glimpse of a figure behind the window. They put the ladder up, they broke the window with that big plank, passed the plank through to the father, he smashed the window, pied himself up and he's just gone out through the window. But you can see with the amount of glass in these double glazed units that you don't go out through double glazed units. Yeah, and also you're going to suffer cuts. So the main thing to get out of that one is if you're going to have double glazed units, make sure you've got an opening that's big enough to get out of.
After every job like this, there is always a critical incident debrief back at the station. It's a chance for the firefighters who were involved to air their feelings and discuss any problems, whether emotional or practical. It's also an opportunity to give credit where credit's due.
The first internal rescue where we bring the apparatus, they bring the apparatus wearers. The third rescue then was the mother, and the young male was actually found in the parents' bed. The bottom line is, without your intervention as speedily as you did it, and without the first aid measures that you gave actually at the scene, we would now be looking at an entirely different job. I'm confident that they would have perished apart from the skills that you showed in firefighting and the skills that you showed in the first aid.
But there's no time for sitting back on laurels. Speed is of the essence, especially when there's a car in flames in the middle of a busy road, just as the kids are coming out of school. When there's the potential of a risk to life, the quickest way to put out a car fire is to inject with foam.
What's up here?
Bringing the flames under control would be a relatively simple job, but not when the car's got a mind of its own.
It's all wedges, quick, the car's moving. Wedges, quick.
Panic on. Straight ahead is an expensive Jaguar, which is about to be written off by a runaway Panda.
Yes, we have. Feel the chop. Still going. We'll get a bolt crop because you just put this. So the engine's still turning over. I was going to say, was it still going? Yeah. I saw it get away from Martin and he couldn't fucking hold it. The lady was just driving along the road in towards the town and a car just burst into flames. Unfortunately, the engine kept running, as you've seen, and we had just stopped it going into this Jaguar. Yeah, push it forward, then we'll book the front.
Eventually, the Panda's brought under control and unceremoniously bounced off the scene.
He was driving along. She's alright, she's a bit shook up, a bit shaky.
Aaron Timberlake is one of 3 raw recruits at Nuneaton. He, along with Claire Wooldridge, have only been on station for 6 months.
Basically, I just come into the Nuneaton fire station and kept pestering them until they gave me a form to fill in.
I've been stationed since the 19th of December, started training school at the 10th of September, finished the 13th.
I thought when I first got here, to be honest, that it was going to be, oh, there's a woman coming on the watch and you've got to watch this, watch what we say, watch out, watch everything. I think they realise now that I'm worse than they are. So it's really good, it'll fit in really well.
Childhood ambition. Yeah, it's always been a childhood ambition. Now I filled it in, laughing out.
Straight back on the right, Ralph.
Although 3 months at training school has given them the basics, it's in real-life emergencies where the learning really begins.
Is that gate open, sweetheart? Can you own that gas? Own the gate, youth.
Nothing else down there, is there?
Before you can fight the fire, you've got to get to it. Not always as simple as it seems. The next-door neighbour spotted the fire, made the emergency call, and is now keen to be a part of the action.
Now, come on, let me down here.
Get the side of this, Aaron. Other side of this. Just open it on a jet.
It's the job of everyone on the watch to help new recruits learn the ropes. As leading firefighter, today it's Scott Moultry's turn to act as mentor.
Now hit that shed.
Is it affected that one, Scott? Is it in that one?
No, it's all right. Aaron, come this side and use this as some shelter because you don't know what's inside there, yeah?
No, mate.
So just use that as some shelter for yourself. Yeah? Well, people store lots of different stuff in sheds, so you can walk up to acetylene, you can walk up to LPG cylinders, you can walk up anything, you name it, it can be in a shed. 15 gallon of petrol in there, you just don't know, do you? So you've always got to be a little bit wary. It's bread and butter because it's wood and you think, oh, it's only a shed fire, but it's what's inside it that's waiting to go bang when you stick your head in it that's a worry.
Aaron?
We came down to investigate.
Come round here and get all them roof out, will you, mate?
I love the fire service, it's such varied work.
She's back, Aaron!
it just flattened, and he's lying on top of it, he just ran at it and jumped.
Come from the Hong Kong Kung Fu.
Some of this dragged out as well, Scott, I think.
Stop acting a goat.
Right, your name, sorry?
Nuneaton is the worst town in Warwickshire for deaths and casualties in fires. This family have been relatively lucky. All 4 are now out of danger. But they may never have been on the critical list if their smoke alarms had worked. As frequently happens after Christmas, the batteries were missing. The kids' new toys tend to come first, and the batteries from smoke detectors are borrowed and not replaced. In a constant effort to prevent such incidents, Green Watch are immediately deployed onto a smoke alarm campaign.
Mrs. Mercer?
Yes?
Hello? We're a fancy dress party. We're just looking for one, eh?
You're
interested?
Got your identification, haven't you?
Look at that there.
Righto.
Looks nothing like me. How are you, all right?
All right, thank you.
Right, we've come to fit you some smoke alarms.
Well, I had one, but it fell off the roof. So.
Yeah, we didn't fit that one, did we?
No.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Well, it takes 4 of us to fit 2 smoke alarms.
Yeah. Okay.
3 to supervise. Come on then. Where's Rolly? Rolly got him?
No, Rolly.
Well, we have to come in our numbers, you see, just in case you attack us.
Our jobs took a definite change in recent years, whereas we were just originally employed to put out fires, rescue people, and that the job's gone more into the community, whereby we're trying to actually prevent everything before it occurs. So we're out there now promoting the fact that, you know, smoke alarms do save lives. Not that they can stop fires, but they can stop people getting hurt and killed because it's an early warning.
Is that kettle working?
Do you want a cup of tea then? I thought you might want.
No, you couldn't force it. No, honestly, no. Please, no. All right then.
Go on then.
Go on. Oh,
can we give you a hand?
All we used to do was obviously turn up and do the emergency work, but now there's an awful lot of community fire safety involved, dealing with a mixture of youths, different ages, children that fire set, try and work out why they fire set, and hopefully try and stop them so they don't grow up and turn into arsonists. So try and point out the dangers while they're young.
Shoes are a bit mucky, aren't they? Yeah.
Eddie's about to instil some fire service discipline into the students now in week 5 of their fire break course.
Seeing the students from when they turn up on day 1 to going through the course, you probably don't see much of a change for the first couple of weeks. It's new to them, new to us. You're supposed to be standing to attention. It's not a discussion. Straighten yourself up a bit, okay? It's part of you, it's part of your kit. Keep it quiet about. Well, I've been in the army for 6.5 years before joining the fire service, and I've had plenty of discipline instilled into me, and again with my dad as well. And I'd just like to pass some of that on to the students during the course. I want you to work together as a team. Although you're racing against them, there's no pressure on. But if you come last, you'll be drilling out in the rain all afternoon. Okay? By about week 5, week 6, we tend to see a change in them.
Right, come on then. Well done.
And we know those that are going to progress even further. And probably have a career in the fire service, or plan to have a career in the fire service.
Turn left. Right.
You turn.
No, not yet. I'm waiting for Craig.
Come on, encourage her. Get her over.
Peter!
The fundamental principles of the fire service, leadership, teamwork and discipline, are instilled into these 15 and 16-year-olds over the 12 weeks.
You've got to stand up, turn to the left.
Come on, Michelle! Come on!
Then the door to the left.
They go through many of the disciplines of real firefighters.
Well done, everyone.
I've learned about teamwork and cooperation and that lot.
Pretty scary, this first bit.
It gives you a real sense of achievement, because if you've never done anything like that before, it's something that you can say you've done and you can tell everybody about.
At the end of the course, each student hopes to receive a certificate and formal recognition of their achievements.
Well done.
In the real world, though, there are some jobs which are a lot less exciting.
Got the young cat on the roof. Hopefully she's not going to jump along the rest of the terraced houses. But we've got the 9 metre up. We're going to put the roof ladder up to the chimney breast, and hopefully she'll come to us. Because apparently she's been up there a number of hours now, since early last night, so it shouldn't really be a problem. She wants to come down, she's looking at us.
It's probationer Claire Waldridge who gets the precarious job of enticing the cat down.
Remember at training school how they told you to get onto it? Pump receiving.
In charge of operations is John Smith, who keeps a watchful eye on the safety of Claire, while the RSPCA is looking out for the safety of Sabre.
Hello mate, trying to give it the RSPCA man, check it out. There we go. Nice little public relations job that. We'll chat with our friendly RSPCA man, who we every now and again meet. Yeah, nice little outcome, nice kitten, nice family, good job.
Come 6 o'clock this morning, a bloke had walked past going to fetch a paper and he seen her on the roof, like she couldn't get down, so tried to get up there. She weren't having none of it. She wanted to come down but just slipping. She was getting proper stressed, meowing and everything, and ring up the fire brigade and they come out and got her lot. It's in the RSPCA. It's been up there a while, but I bet she won't do it again in a hurry.
The fire brigade course 0102 will now demonstrate some of the skills I learned during the fire brigade course. We'll have a fire brigade team member, Peter Garnett, who will now ask the county fire officer for permission to start the drills.
The final passing out parade gives the students the chance to show off their newly acquired skills in front of parents and friends.
Squad. Halt. Right. Turn.
The Chief of Warwickshire Fire and Rescue Service is proud to congratulate the successful and maybe his potential new recruits.
Squad shunt. Squad fall out.